What up YouTube, Asian Persuasion here, and today I have an undefeated deck profile from my Fayetteville Regionals. Wait, I'm just kidding. I am undefeated, but everyone is undefeated that went to the Regionals because Konami has canceled Yu-Gi-Oh! For 2020 up until like April because of the coronavirus scare. So it's pretty unfortunate. Yu-Gi-Oh! Got canceled. I didn't know what to do today, so it felt really weird not going to a Regionals. I was pretty happy to get ready to play this deck. But unfortunately, it got canceled. So they canceled 225th YCS Brazil when everyone was already there. That's crazy. I've never seen that from Konami. Those players literally negged so hard to go there, and then surprise, have a YCS today. But that's for everything. They canceled everything. Same with sports, so that's crazy. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead into my deck profile that I was gonna play for the Fayetteville, Arkansas Regionals. It was going to be scraps. So it's going to be an updated scrap deck without engage because everyone keeps asking about it after I talked with it last year. So yeah, let's go and get into it. Undefeated deck profile. 0-0 record. Let's get it. I gotta go off on that. That was pretty nice. Alright, so the first card is going to be Scrap Golem. This is one of the best cards in the deck. If it wasn't level 5, this is deck. You can normal summon this card to be cheating, but it is a high level tribute, just one, but that's okay. I always want to see one in my hand, not two, but this card's once per turn you can special summon a scrap. One level 4 lower scrap from your grave to either side of the field, so you can special summon to your side or their side, depending on what the situation is, but generally you're special summoning to your side unless you got to game them with the Scrap Golem or Goblin play. So this card's amazing in 3 and pure scraps. You got to play this card. We call them the fridge for a reason. If you draw them, be like that, but if you're just trying not to draw more than one. The best normal summon in the deck. This card still, I think it'll change when Needle Fiber comes out, which is like a little bit before Master Rule 5, but that's okay. Right now it's still a 2-card full combo with this and Scrap Factory. Assuming they just went first and they didn't do anything crazy, you can just kill them like that with Boral Sword. So this is their best normal summon. Sends any machine to the grave. So you have 3 targets in our deck, and I'll get to it eventually. And you never use the last effect. Don't even get to it. So don't even think about that effect. The next normal summon that's really good. This is only good, though, in the mid to late game unless you danger discard a Scrap Tuner. This guy just gets normal summon, and you can revive it. And it can only be used as a synchro material monster for a Scrap monster. That's kind of irrelevant now that you can link summon with Scrap monsters nowadays. So that effect doesn't really matter no more. But him special summoning a Scrap Tuner is full combo if you discard with the danger. So you can full combo with this turn 1 if you have the danger and the tuner discard. So really good normal summon, but you don't want to clog on 3. This card is an amazing card. This is the Beast Tuner, the Orthros. This card can basically not be normal summoned or set, but you can special summon it when you control a scrap monster. When you control a scrap monster, you can just special from your hand like the Grandmaster effect, and then when he's special summoned, you can target a scrap monster on the field and pop it. And if this guy's popped by a scrap monster effect, including by his own effect, you can use its effect to grab a scrap card from the grave to your hand. So this card helps you chain block, and he's a level 4 tuner, so he's amazing in this deck. And yay for reprints. This is party. I never seen this in a reprint somewhere, but yeah, the original one's right there. Just one of the Scrap Beast. I don't want to max on any of this because then I can't normal summon this, but I can normal summon that. But this card's just basically a brick. But it's just good to normal summon if I don't have Scrap Recycler, so it's still like I can do stuff with this. I can normal summon it. The other effect doesn't come up, but the scrap effect getting from the grave with chain blocking does come up. Next up is, this is probably the most important tuner next to Orthros, because this card says it cannot die by battle. So remember this guy from the beginning. You can use this guy when he's in your grave to special summon to your opponent's side of the board. So I have it, and then I reborn it to your side. Now look, you have a 3. I have this level 3 tuner with 0 attack, and it can't die by battle. So I can, instead of breaking your whole board, I can just swing all my monsters into your my scrap goblin that I special summon to your side. So those are some free cool ways to kill somebody without breaking their board. Next up is the Scrap Recycler targets. We have 3 of them. This is the best one because it doesn't lose the DD Crow. It just triggers right when it hits, so that's nice. This one does lose a DD Crow if they fast Crow, so unlucky. And this is the third target. And you always get to all three when you open Scrap Recycler and a Factory. You get through cycle through all these. So this one special summon token when it's sent. This one banishes from the grave and then summons a token. And then you guys all know what Orcus Gizmek does, because I gave it that name because no one knows what else it does unless it's in Orcus. But yeah, card's amazing. Yeah, not much to say about those. Those targets are good. Those are the best ones. You have to play 3 because you don't want to hard draw like 2 of them and make your Scrap Recycler dead. Like, that would really suck. Next up we have extenders. Sad face on the 1 Danger Nessie. We can only play 1 now. Next up, 2 Snake, and the last one's 2 Jackalope. So we played a Danger package because Scrap Wyvern says 2 monsters, including 1 Scrap monster, so you can use any of these Dangers to make your Scrap Wyvern play. So these are the best extenders that can possibly let you draw more cards. So we're trying to draw more cards with Dangers. If they get you there, they get you there. If they miss, you don't care because it's still a body on the board. And a new addition to the deck, added in Nibiru because you're still blind seconding in this deck. Nibiru just helps you deal with those crazy wombo combo decks that make big ass boards. And then, yeah, he's just the rock. He's the Death Star. I always call him the Death Star because he's in my Cosmo deck. Yeah, the Death Star is really nice. There's that. That rounds out the monsters. Now we got spells. We got Monster Born, God Card, and Scraps. Terraforming. It gets the most important field spell in your deck. So we're playing 4 copies of the best spell in the deck, Scrap Factory. So this card is amazing. This is why the deck is amazing. When you open this and this, you have full combo, which is basically a Boral Sword OTK. You can have like negate synchros. You can have Scrap Twin to clear boards. You can do anything when you have these 2. And when you have these 2, you're probably going to win the game when you're blinding second. Even going first, you can make an Appaloosa board and crazy stuff like that. Make Appaloosa with some negates. So gains 200 attack and defense on all your Scrap monsters. And then if a face-up Scrap monster would be destroyed by a card effect, you can and it's sent to the graveyard, except during damage steps, they can't attack over it. You can special summon any Scrap monster from your deck. So basically, you always get this dude, and this dude turns into another dude, and then the cycling keeps going because it's only a once per turn per copy. So you can use him, send him off to the graveyard with a Link Summon or a Synchro Summon, reborn another one, use him again. It's insane. This is the best card in the deck, though. This needs a holo reprint, honestly, because it looks so gross in common, but Scrap Factory is nice. This card is still only like 1 because it just lets you play this spell card instead of playing multiples of all those. We don't want to draw 2 goblins when you could have goblin in this. It's just my theory with that. Like, it just makes sense to me. I don't want to draw too many of that. And it just, I don't know. Some people ask that card because it just says Rhoda. Add 1 Scrap Tuner. You don't know what I'm going to get. Alright, next up we have Scrap Storm. This card is the Foolish Burial / digging card / impermanence moving. Like, if they impermanence your monster, you can chain and start doing stuff still because it still resolves. So you get to draw a card, you get to send a Scrap, then you destroy your monster, then you can trigger stuff like Scrap Wyvern. You can trigger your Scrap Factory. So this card lets you just pop your own stuff for free. It's an amazing card. Gets everything going. It's your Foolish Burial, so that's the best part about it. That's why I don't even play Foolish, because this is the Foolish in the deck, and I can play 3 of it. What else do I need to know about this card? This is your only interruption. When they make you go first with Scrap Wyvern, you can set this with the Scrap Wyvern play, and then have a Scrap that you were born off of the thing. Then on their turn, you can interrupt them with the Scrap Wyvern, so you can target the other Scrap, send the thing, draw a card, and then trigger your Wyvern, which will destroy another, just a face-up card because face-up Scrap was destroyed. So, cool interruption. But mainly you're just there to kill them, but if you have to go first, it happens. The best blind going second card, any Scrap monster plus your monster is full combo when I have Factory 2. But it's just, I can at least make Scrap Wyvern at the very worst with my control with your monster. Amazing card. Same thing with Instant Fusion. I can Thousand Eye suck up a card and still link summon with it and make Scrap Wyvern. Amazing. New addition to the deck. We're still blinding second, but I think I played Twin Twisters and Engage before, but now the deck has this card to go second, which is amazing. It does conflict with Nibiru sometimes, but those are just 5 cards in my deck, and sometimes I don't have Nibiru and this, sometimes I just have this, so you can play around it. Scraps can destroy your own cards, so you can set this and still pop your own cards that don't do anything, like Dead Lightning Storms. But this just helps you deal with Rogue and break them big ass negate boards. This card's amazing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Period, not just this deck. Lightning Storm just changes it up. New addition to the deck as well. We don't have Engage, but we have a card that loses hella bad to Ash Blossom. But the fact that it lets you dig, and if it resolves, it's crazy. Like, you discarding any of these scrap dead monsters, like turning this on, worst case scenario, like ditching this in the crappy card, like discarding for 2. You can have Scrap Chimera Light. Even if they Ash it, you're like, okay, I can still summon Chimera and still pop off. You only need to see Scrap Monster and or Scrap Factory and or just Scrap Recycler. You're just trying to dig for your combo cards and or break their board cards, you know? So this card's hit and miss. It can be good, it can be bad, but you have to play engine cards that help you get there. So there's a lot of cards that's good in the graveyard, so this card helps you dig. And the last card to round out 42 cards is this card, Pot of Desires. We lost Engage. The Engage wasn't even that important in this deck. It was just one of those cards because Engage was so big last format. It just literally baited Ash, and they don't even know what I'm playing yet. But it's fine because these cards are still amazing. Pot of Desires. I only need to see 2 cards, get 1 card out of my deck, have access to a Golem, and I'm probably gonna win still. So that's the main deck. 42 cards. Next up, we're gonna go to the extra deck because that seems pretty important. 1000 Eyes Restrict for instant fusion target. Suck up their monster. It's pretty self-explanatory. Borreload Savage Dragon. That's one of my going first turn plays. I can make this negate. The Link monsters I can reborn are easy, like Scrap Wyvern, so that's not a problem. So I can have these two negates, and this card's just pretty good in general. It's hard to deal with the 3000 thing that gets a boost and negates. Scrap Dragon, one of my favorite cards of all time, probably, just because it's so simple. It just like targets a card, pops a card, pop, pop. And then in this deck, it actually has this last effect. So if this dies by your opponent's card effect or by battle, you can special summon any scrap non-synchro monster. Guess what that is? Golem. And Golem can make this again. Or make the... Well, I only play one, so you can't make him again, but you can make like the other one, which is better in my opinion. Because it's just easier to hit Scrap Twin Dragon, because Scrap Twin Dragon is Golem and level 4 tuner, when I have to have Goblin for that one pretty much, and that's... doesn't happen a lot. This happens a lot more than the Scrap Dragon. Scrap Twin's better. This card just bounces two cards on the board on my opponent's side of the field. So pop 1 card on mine, bounce 2 of theirs, and then I can just Borrelsword kill. And this thing gets huge. With Factory, he's 3200, so that seems pretty unfair. And he also has the float effect if he dies. That rounds out the scrap monsters for the synchros. What's the one IP Masquerena? Another way that I can go first, pretty much. I can have a unicorn play. It's alright. This is the best card in the extra deck right here. Scrap Wyvern. This is there's a reason why I'm playing 3 now, because of things like Lithogasm and or the Rocket structure deck monster that lets you look at the extra deck and banish cards. Like, I don't want to lose access to 2 of these. I have to have 2 of these to do crazy things on like follow-up turns. So this is the most important card in the deck. The card that says you cannot respond to this last effect. So basically, like, if I have 1 back row and they let everything resolve and I'm special summoning and they say effect to pop that, this doesn't target, so that effect's amazing. It's a resolution thing, so they had a trigger of when I said activate effect to special summon, which is crazy. So I can go first or second with this card. Second preferably, obviously, because I can pop their cards instead of mine, but it's not a problem popping my own cards because I can get effects. Scrap Wyvern, really good card with this. Co-link draw card. Happens. You never know when you need to break another back row. This because obviously we need to have a unicorn play with IP Masquerena. And then other IP cards you can go into are like Appaloosa if I didn't hard make it. This is probably the best going first turn play I have with this and Borreload Savage. Negating monsters is still crucial in 2020. Topologic Zeroboro. So I play Pot of Desires, I play Gizmek, and other people banish their cards. I can make this card with no problem, so I can just game someone by attacking with a huge ass monster. I can also IP into this as well. Pretty cool. Zeroboros just can get really big. It's another win condition, basically. Another win condition that can break boards, Borreload, and then this is the real win condition, Borrelsword. This is what you're going to go into almost every game. Borrelsword tack game. Like, this and Fridge is how you win. Fridge will be 2300. This is 3000, 3000. At the minimum, it will do 83. So with Scrap Factory, it makes it 2500 attack, so that's nice. But Boral Swords, your win condition, still to this day, hasn't changed. And for side deck, 1 Pankratops because it's at 1. Sad face. My going first turn play, obviously, is Scythe. And the Artifact package. So I'm going to throw this all down here. This is like one of my only going first plays that I side in like every deck I go play second decks, because this is just like a deck that can turn. This card turns off people's turns. If you don't go in your extra deck, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna die that turn. And I get a body, so that's amazing. Artifact package is always good. Twin Twisters, because we don't want to deal with back row. You just need more things to like deal with baiting back row, like Solemn Judgments and whatever. So this card's amazing. I need my normal summon to go through, so back row has to go. This is for those dumb BA decks summoning Fossil Dyna that I can't beat. God knows I don't want to go against any of that. Dark Order No More is just very good. The Protect. Oh man, this is one of my favorite cards. Torrential. It's just one of those cards no one will play around in 2020. And this with Scrap Factory and my Scrap Monster, I can start popping off and still play on your turn. So people don't play around this card. Big facts. Just try it out. Let me know. Tell me who plays around Torrential Tribute in 2020, and then I'll have a good listen. Impermanence for going first as well. It's just multi-purpose, first or second. The card's amazing. Impermanence has been Impermanence for a long time. And another big sad is I used to play 3 of this card, but now it's at 1 too. My Wee Woo button, it's gone. It's at 1. This helps you beat Rogue. Helps you OTK, because you can put 8,000 damage, no problem on the board, but it's a struggle trying to beat back row decks when you don't have that card. Yeah, that's the deck profile. Coronavirus ruining Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2020. I don't know what to do. So now that I know I posted my deck and there's not a Yu-Gi-Oh! Event for a while, I think I'm going to do something for my channel. I'm going to do Master Rule 5 before April, because obviously there's nothing happening event-wise. So I think I'm going to do Master Rule 5 stuff. If you guys want to see Master Rule 5 stuff, smash the like button. Let me know down below in comments. Let me know what decks you guys want to see. My ideas are, I think I'd be playing stuff like Satellar Knights, Lavals, just crazy stuff. Noble Knights. I know people want to see my Noble Knight up deck, but I was just kind of waiting for Master Rule 5, so maybe now that I think I'm going to do Master Rule 5 duels, you guys can check that out. So there's that, and then obviously the Flame Noble Knights are coming out, so that'll be a new addition, but I don't think I'm going to post anything new about that, just because I don't have the cards yet. But I'll do an up-to-date now deck profile probably for Master Rule 5. But those are my suggestions in my head. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, just leave down ideas, guys, because no regionals up for me, no events up until April, so we're going to try to do stuff. We're going to go to locals still, record some videos, so we're going to do deck profiles of Master Rule 5, duels of deck Master Rule 5. Just let me know what you guys want to see down below, and I'll make sure to look at it and check it out. Yeah, so if you guys want to play scraps in 2020, check out my list. It's pretty cool. It's going to be a lot of... You guys got to just be really safe out there. No coronavirus spreading. I'm not shaking no one's hand. We're gonna do one of these every time Team Wakanda. That's how I'm gonna greet people for a while. Just don't, or elbow bump or this. One of the two. Team Wakanda, baby, because we know that's safe. You know, everyone likes Team Wakanda. Those are my boys.
Just wash your hands.
And wash your hands. Man, they've already had a problem with BO and Yu-Gi-Oh players. Y'all already didn't wash y'all asses and wear deodorant anyway. So we always had this issue, but now it's an issue where I can die. Yeah, let's pass on that and spread it to my real level. Nah, screw that. All right, so that's about it. Check out my TCG Player link if you guys want to buy any of these cards off of TCG Player for cheap, because God knows there's no events, so you can make it for real cheap. Probably now use my TCG Player link in the description. It helps me out a lot, helps supports my channel, and it's free for you guys. I appreciate you guys. Take it easy.